we're gonna be talking about something very important, not a lot of people are even aware of, right? This is what truly gives you enough energy, enough motivation to push towards the level of consistency that trading requires, right? The levels of consistency you have to be putting in to achieve profitability are crazy. Like, it really needs to be relentless consistency in so many scenarios of the market, right? In so many scenarios like risk management, stop loss placement, take profit placement, trade management, higher time frame context, higher time frame bias, strong liquidity. It's so many things where you have to make the consistent decision and the consistently good decision every single day. It's like 10-15 areas where you have to be putting in the best decision every single day on a consistent basis over and over again, and it's very fucking hard to do, right? And if you don't have this thing that I'm going to talk about in this video, you're not going to be able to push to that level of consistency, right? So what I'm going to talk about today is desire. You all heard about it, desire. Oh, what actually is desire? Desire is just wanting something, right? Wanting something. What we get teached upon law of attraction, all of these things, you have to be already have a state where you have no desires, you have nothing, you just emotionless, and you don't want anything from life, and things are just gonna come to you from that state. If you don't take action, nothing's gonna fucking come to you. It all revolves around action. Action is definitely the most important part. But what we're gonna talk about today is what makes that level of action, level of consistent action even possible, right? When we think about, oh, I already have, or already, oh, I feel so good, things are working out for me, what you're doing is suppressing desire. You think that if I want something, that means lack. That's not true. If you need something, that's lack. If you need something to feel whole, to feel complete, I must be profitable before I feel happy again, that is lack. That's a very bad part. But when you want something, that's not bad. That's motivation, that's desire, that's ambition. What we're gonna talk about today is how we're gonna use that energy, put it into the process, and give us enough like boost to be able to even reach that consistency and action that is required. Without it, I'm telling you, you're not able to do the shit without using your desire. First, understand a bit more about desire. Desire is like a flame, right? It's like a flame energy. It's a raw energy that appears every single day. Some days more than others, right? Some days it's gonna be like this, some days it's gonna be huge. It's raw energy, right? The cheat code is we're gonna take that raw energy and fuel it into our actions. What do I mean by this in practice? We have to transmute it, meaning we take the desire from actually wanting and fueling it into the process, into the action that produce the thing that you actually want. What I really use in trading, and that's the only time I legitimately was consistently profitable, consistent in action in trading, was I used to tell myself this over and over again. I really want fucking money. I'm tired of this, I'm tired of that, I'm tired of being broke. We all have this, we all want money. But what we do with that desire of wanting money, we take it and put it upon the process, upon the proper action. So if I want money, the only thing that I have to do is respect my rules. If I want money, the only thing I have to do is not force trade. And then boom, it becomes 10 times fucking easier to not force trades, or to stick to your rules, because now you have all that energy pushing you from behind, all that motivation. It's like nitro in a car, right? That's exactly how you can describe this. This is the cheat code. You take the desire of you wanting the lifestyle, wanting Miami, wanting Bali, wanting financial freedom, wanting to help your mom, wanting to do all of these things, and we put it upon the process. Okay, I want these things, and how I'm gonna get them is by respecting my process or by respecting my rules. Then it becomes 10 times easier to do so, because you're using all that fucking energy that's there every single day. What most people do along their lives, they just kind of try and push it away and try and shut it down. Oh, for example, I want a girlfriend, but I'm gonna get that when I'm gonna be profitable. I want a girlfriend, but I don't need that right now, and they keep suppressing it, and that's not useful. First of all, it's not useful because you're not using the energy towards your action, which is very fucking beneficial. And second of all, suppressed desire and suppressed emotion will always bleed inward. So if you keep pushing that, oh, I want a girlfriend, but not right now, now I need to focus on money. If you push that, at one point it's It's gonna fucking pile up so big there that it's gonna fucking explode, and you're gonna have a crash out where you fuck, why do I not have a girlfriend, why do I not have this? You get what I mean? It's raw energy that needs a space to circulate, and the best space to circulate is towards the action that actually in the long term will fulfill that desire, right? I want money, I want to be profitable. Then all I have to do is not frustrate, and boom, you keep, and every day you have so much energy to do the actions that are required to be done. This is the cheat code. What we do is either suppress it. I've done it a lot of times and I got complacent. Without this transmutation, I call it this energy transmutation, right? Taking the desire and putting it onto the process, I just become complacent. I pretty much become break even if I don't do this legitimately. That break even is the definition of complacency. The only way I'm motivated enough to be that relentlessly consistent that trading requires you to be is if I use that huge fucking desire that's always there. What I've done until now is just to ignore it. Oh, I want money, but it's fine, let's take our time, it's okay, this reality is fine, let me be in an abundant state. So much bullshit, law of attraction bullshit. Everything works out for me. No, it fucking doesn't if you don't take the action. They're two opposite. That's what is kind of hard to wrap your head around this, because there is the inner state, which we all hear this in law of attraction, you need to be in the already have state, and there's desire, there's wanting, and people tell you that wanting is lack, because wanting means you don't have that thing. So they're kind of opposites, right? Inner state already have, but then desire wanting. So you think you either choose one, already having, and you become complacent, or you choose desire, wanting something, and you have this destructive loop that you're in. You have like, you might want to make reality move, you want to make money, but if you only choose desire or you only choose the state of I want, then you're gonna get so fucking frustrated over and over and over again. You're gonna put in effort, then you're gonna see like one day that you're gonna lose or something, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, bro, why is this happening? I'm so tired of this. And it's just gonna be this destructive loop. So the answer to perfectly use this is to find the balance within. Internally, feel like you already have. You don't have to tell yourself, you just have to feel like you already have. And then externally, make it work. Externally, just around you, but internally you have to feel complete. Because if you don't feel complete, if you don't feel like you already have that thing, it's gonna turn into a destructive loop. Really important, because the inner state from which your actions come from dictates what direction your everyday grind is gonna take. If you're in an inner state that is already I'm already profitable, I already feel like a profitable trader, then it's gonna be a loop like this, right? You take actions, you don't force trades. Oh, nice. Even whatever the outcome of the day is, you're like, yeah, I'm already profitable, this is a normal day. But if you're dependent, you're in that lack, or I need trading to work, you're gonna take a loss and then look at that loss, oh my god, bro, again, bro, fuck this shit, man, I'm so tired of trading, and it's just gonna go like this. So inner state dictates which direction you're gonna take, really. Either a destructive loop or a negative loop or a positive loop. Is feel like you already have it, but work like you don't. Get what I mean? Like, this is gold, bro. Keep this in mind. No one really talks about this shit because no one looks deep enough inside them to really figure out these things. And this is a huge cheat code, I'm telling you. Almost no one's using this shit, and even if people are using this shit, they're using it unconsciously. They don't realize what's happened within them. Feel like you already have it, but work like you don't. Why is this important? Feeling like you already have it puts you into the inner state of abundance, where you can actually manifest. The most important part that gets affected by inner state in trading is perception. It's very fucking important, because if you're in a good mood, right, if you're complete, if you're feeling whole, when you're gonna open the fucking chart, you're gonna see things differently. You're gonna see bullshit trades, right? You're gonna stay patient. You're gonna be like, yeah, this is not good, let me just sit on the bench, right? But when you're in the desperate mode, you would see the same fucking chart that you skipped from that good abundant state. You would see the same chart and take a trade there and lose. That's why it's so important. And in the moment, right, in the moment when you're looking at that chart, it will feel like the normal decision. It will feel like the normal decision. It wouldn't feel like forced. So when you open the chart and see from that lack state, when you open the chart and see the bullshit fucking scenario, it's just gonna feel normal for you. Oh yeah, this is actually not a forced trade. The power of perception getting distorted, you're not gonna realize you're doing that shit. That's why it's so important, because your perception changes depending on your inner state. You get what I mean? Like, perception is how you see, and how you see is very fucking important in trading. Especially when you have like this little room for intuition is extremely important, because you can see the same chart in two different ways because of perception. You can see a trade that you wouldn't take when you're in the good inner state and filter a loss, but in the bad inner state, you're gonna see the same chart and take a fucking loss. And what changes perception is inner state, right? That's why it's so important to understand the deep parts that happen within ourselves, because we have like inner state like this. Inner state affects perception, and then perception affects trading. It's like a chain of three things. But people just see trading and they just try and they grab it by the throat and try and change trading, but it's never gonna work because you haven't changed the main fucking cause. Because the switches are so subtle, you're not gonna realize in the moment that your perception is switched. If I feel good, I'm gonna look at the fucking scenery outside and look, oh my god, this is so beautiful. But if I feel bad and if I feel like shit, I can look at the same fucking day, same hour, same minute, and see like, oh my god, this is bullshit. Inner state changes how you see not only trading, but how you see the world. That's why inner state is half. Inner state is 50%. Inner state is kind of enough to get you to break even. That's what it did for me. They cannot exist one without the other to have that consistent wholeness, that consistent profitability. So 50% is inner state, then 50% is transmuting desire and using the raw energy of desire to fuel your action, right? Feeling complete, feeling good, feeling abundant, feeling like you're already profitable, but you're making reality catch up, and you're using the one thing, how much you want the shit. You already know, like deep within, you already know you have that shit. That's what it means. You already know. I already know I'm a profitable trader. Right now I'm just making reality catch up. That's the balance. It's like yin and yang. They come like this together, and that's when that balance is restored. You can basically maintain the consistency of actions that trading requires. Inner state takes care of perception. Desire, transmuting desire, takes care of consistency in action. Perception, action. That's why you hear all these people talking about how hard do you actually want it, because that's what pretty much is gonna dictate to which length you're gonna go with your actions to pull the shit off. The harder you want it, the more fuel you're gonna have for your actions and the further you're gonna go. But it's also important to use that desire as fuel, to use that I want money, I want to be profitable harder than I breathe. Then okay, what do I actually have to do to produce these results? Oh, I just have to not force trade. Then okay, if I want that much money, if I want to make all this fucking money, all I have to do is not force trades. And then you take all that fucking energy that is there and put it on the process, and then it's gonna become so fucking easier to do the action, because you have all this energy, all this motivation, this strength to do this. Your actions are gonna be at a 50% level. If you don't use that desire, you're never gonna be able to go that length that is required for you to go to be profitable if you don't use the desire that you have for making this shit work. Because that's what is gonna motivate you to wake up every single day, even when you don't feel like it, to do analysis, to do breakdowns, to do journals, to keep improving after 4 years of failure, to keep going. That's the only thing that is gonna push you to have that consistency of level in action. If you don't transmute it upon the process, then you're gonna force trades, then you're gonna revenge trade, then you're gonna have larger stop losses, then you're gonna break this rules, right? If you don't take this desire and put it upon the process, that's also the bad part of desire. That's why we all force. Like, remember why we forced all of these years was because we wanted money. That desire was always there. I want to make money today, I want to make money, and then you force a trade when there isn't a trade, because you're not taking that desire and putting it upon the actions that actually produce you money. So by you forcing a trade, the only thing you're doing is pushing further from the thing that you actually want, money. But we have to make this link. Because if we don't, we're just gonna force trades. But if we do and put it upon the rules, then money is just gonna appear as a byproduct. We all know that the way we're gonna achieve money in trading is through respecting our rules, through staying patient, through not forcing trade. I want hella fucking bread, I want to make 10k, 20k, 30k, 100k per month. Then all I have to do to reach that place is not force trade. And you're taking that energy that is always fucking there Every single day I wake up, I want to make money. Some days it's quieter than others, but it's always there. That fire is an energy that is always gonna fucking appear. It's always gonna be there every single day. And we take it and put on what actually produces those results, right? We all know that, but we need to do this link. It's basically rewiring our brain. Rewiring our brain from thinking that, oh, let me force a trade right now, this is what is gonna make me money. That's the natural state of where desire looks to flow, right? That's the natural state. Oh, I want money. The brain is used to how things work in normal life. Normal life, more action equals more money. So the brain just goes, desire just flows in that direction naturally, right? Naturally flows into, oh, more action, more effort, more effort, more reward, right? Let me force a trade, let me take more trades right now. But in trading, it's not true, so we have to rewire and guide the desire to choose the opposite path of what it got teached until now to go on. Desire just goes on that direction normally, because that's how everything in our life works. That's why trading is so hard, because it's so against what we got teached, what everything works like in life. More effort, more reward. That's what we've seen in every area in our lives until we started trading. But in trading, actually more restraint, more patience, less action actually leads to more results. So that's why we struggle, and that's why trading takes so long, because we have to rewire our brain to do the opposite of what it got teached all these fucking years, all this year. That's why it's important. Desire just goes like this. Oh, this is what I do every day in my life. Let me just goes like that. It doesn't give a shit if you don't use it. That's why we force trades all along. But we have to take it, fucking choke it, spit it, and then put it, and then slap it on the bald head, put it where it should be on the process. So that's just, trust me bro, just do the shit. You're gonna find 10 times more motivation to do the shit if you take that desire and put it. If you take your, bro, I wanna make money, I wanna make so much fucking money, I want financial freedom, I wanna go in Bali and fuck Asian bitches, take that shit and put it on the process, because that's logically the only thing that you have to do to reach that place. In trading, this is like the law of the universe. This is the law. Stay patient, don't force, stay consistent, and you're gonna make money. And by you making money, you're gonna reach the places that you actually want to fucking be in. Right? I want to be, I don't want to be in the shit fucking city that I'm in. I'm using all that desire, just like a fucking monster that just wants to scream. It's so much fucking energy. I'm gonna be so fucking big, bro. I just wanted to say this as a reflection. I don't care what anyone says. I'm just gonna start really exposing who I truly think I am. First, I'm gonna be so fucking big. I'm probably gonna be, and I'm not saying this in any arrogant way, I'm just seeing what my vision is and what I already know I'm deep within. I'm gonna be one of the best fucking traders that is out there as an influencer. These traders are they're good, but they're kind of shit in a sense. I mean, they have good results, but they're kind of mediocre. Some traders have good results, but they lack in other areas. They either not fully transparent, they're not showing everything, they're not showing the process that it actually took and the process that they're actually doing fucking day. For example, I'm watching this guy, it's called, this guy is gatekeeping a lot of information. People don't generally just show the process, like they just show the lifestyle, and that kind of is what annoys me. People just show the lifestyle, and that's good, okay, show the lifestyle, but also show the fucking process. He's not showing anything that it took. So I want to be that person. I can't wait to do these vlogs, bro, like the same fucking vlogs that this guy does, where my fucking BMW M4, like my dream car, where this guy fucking does a POV, right, drives in Miami, trades, look at this fucking car, bro, drives in Miami, trades, and does all the shit. I want to do this hard as fuck, right? I want to do this, and I'm gonna also show the process, bro. I can't wait, bro, to do these vlogs, bro. At first, because it's cheap, probably like Bangkok or some shit like that, like some really cheap like Miami rip off, and being like in a fucking penthouse where I see all this fucking lights from the city, and just trading there and vlogging and doing the lifestyle, and then going driving my fucking dream car, showing you the process and talking to you, inspiring you, sharing knowledge, right? I'm not meant to be gatekeeping any knowledge, and I'm gonna start sharing my technical knowledge as well. I'm actually working on a course, you could call it, but it's gonna be fully free on YouTube. Make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm gonna start sharing everything I learned from 4 years of experience, because people don't actually show this shit. There's so much. They just show you the entry. Oh, this is what an FVG is, but they don't show you how do you dictate what is good in FVG and what is not. When is an FVG gonna act as draw and when it's gonna act as PI? There's so many things that you only discover through experience that people are not showing. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's my vision. I'm gonna be, I already am a very good trader, but I'm gonna be a trader that pulls like very easy, very huge fucking results, very similar to this guy. My view for content is two things, right? Do lifestyle, but the most important fucking part is show you what it took, show you the raw process, what it took to get there, very fucking important. Talk about the times I wasn't profitable, because it's very important to not forget about these things. This guy Akram never talks about the shit, never talks about being fucking stuck in all these feelings, all the times he wanted to kill himself, all this bullshit that we all go through. I want to talk about that, and I want to inspire. I want to wake up things within your soul that you have neglected for long. I want to be an inspiration. I want to be a positive influence. That's my view, right? I'm never gonna be this flexy guy or never fucking trying to milk you guys for money, but I want to inspire you and help you to understand all these fucking things that happens within our brain, to understand what it takes to actually become profitable, what it took to get here, how do you actually get out of the state you're in, because many times you won't be able to get out. You're just gonna be stuck, right? I'm gonna be completely honest here, and I've been very lucky to be blessed with a very big brain, and I'm not saying this in any arrogant way. Right, I understand so many things that people cannot wrap their head around, right? I understand these things, and there are a lot of people like this that they will legitimately be stuck because they wouldn't be able to understand and see what is actually happening and why they are stuck. And people will need me for me to get them out of that stuck state, because they can see what's keeping them stuck in the first place. You get what I mean? That's why it's very important. I have a mission on this earth, is to heal and help people, because as I said, my mind is just wired different than most people, and this mind is not to use to put it on my own pocket, it's to use to help others. That I'm 100% sure that there are people out there that need me even in this moment, but my job is to put me out there in order to discover those people, and so I can actually help them, right? Like, that's my vision, by making a lot of money from trading. And trading is gonna be the place where I make my most money from. That's one principle that I have: making money from trading, being a very good trader, very consistent trader. I already am, and showing you the process and doing all these things, take you guys out. Like, I want to do the shit, and I'm forever gonna want to do the shit. Like, take you guys out. Like, I have 10 followers that I really like, and 10 really good friends that I talk with, that we all traders. I want to take you guys, just pay the whole fucking trip, pay the flights, pay the villa, and we just gather and fucking trade and have fun and drive around fucking Bali on scooters and shit. Just imagine how fun that's gonna be, bro. And I'm gonna be a really good trader. I'm gonna be making 10K per month, bro. Mentally and internally, I already am there. I know I'm very much capable of, and I know now I have all this energy to put on me on this fucking action. And lately I've been getting way more consistent with trading, exactly because of this. I've been break even for the past 2 weeks, let's say, and now because I'm actually using this energy transmutation, I start being way more consistent, and consistency produces results, right? So that's my vision. It's been a bit of yapping at the end here, but yeah, I want to really do some cool shit, bro. I really want to do some cool shit with my life, and I'm not gonna give up until I do. Nothing is stopping me. So yeah, I hope you found this video useful. Make sure you fucking use this, because it's very useful. Use it. If you have been struggling to be consistent all this time, use this shit, and I guarantee you're gonna start being consistent.